Hello guys, welcome to Gym Therapy Live. This is episode number 10. If you are new to this series of videos that I do exclusively on YouTube, this Gym Therapy Live, my name is LaCour. I'm a coach, I'm a speaker, I'm an author, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the creator of the MANformation personal development program for men. Most people know me as the 6-time national champion drug-free bodybuilder. I've been a leader in bodybuilding and training for 28 years now, writing articles for the magazines way back when there were magazines, and producing DVDs, heck, before that, VHS tapes, printed books, ebooks, all that for 28 years. And I stacked that upon 33 years of being obsessed with why we as people, why I do the things that I do, what I can do to be better, the human mind, personal development. 33 years I've been obsessed with that, and here I am 14 years removed from bodybuilding and training, and I've created this unique fusion of becoming your best both inside and outside of the gym, using the same skills that it takes to develop an amazing body, and doing it in a way that you use just the amount of willpower, focus, energy, and time that's needed. Nothing more, nothing to obsess about, so that you can have an amazing body, and you can save some of that focus, time, and energy, that willpower, because it is limited. It is not unlimited. You leave it all on the floor, you exhaust all of those resources in the gym, and you obsess about, nutrient timing and this eating habit, that eating habit. It feels good. It may be your passion and your obsession, your entertainment. That's amazing. That's awesome. But if you can't get yourself to muster up that extra level of motivation to attack your money challenges or your financial future, your business future, to create that new business, to have the courage to step out if you want to become an internet star. If your relationships with women, business, friends, they're not developing at the level that you want, you can't crack the code, and you don't have the drive to try one more time. It just sucks the energy out of you. You try one more time, you read a book, you ask questions, right? To just have enough energy to find that one new strategy distinction, again, for relationships, whether that's with your girlfriend or your wife or your marriage, if you even want to go down that route, if you're in that route, your relationships with friends, with family, with co-workers, with your bosses to get promotions, with yourself to start a new business, right? To make more money, to dream big outside of the gym. If you're wondering why, maybe you don't have that same, determination outside of the gym for those important things in life that you do inside of the gym, that's one thing I want you to consider as you go along this journey with me, is that our resources of willpower, focus, energy, and time are limited. Now, some of us are more disciplined than others, right? And we can build upon it. And if you're so amazing in the gym and you can't understand why you can't transfer that same willpower, that focus, that determination, that discipline to other parts of your life, I want you to consider that you may be leaving it all on the floor in the gym. And you come to these YouTube videos and you see fitness experts, that's their whole life. Their whole passion is fitness, and they break it down, and think about it, to break it down. And then they jump on a video and talk about it some more, and you're going, wow, that guy has energy. How can I live a life like him? If you do live a life like him, you just got to understand that it may not be going into some of those areas of life. And as I've gone through my journey, I don't think there has been anybody, right? I've been up there with the most passion, the most dedicated, the most zealot, the most focused when it comes to fitness. 15 straight years of competing, plus all of that other time, right? I know what that's like. I know what you're seeing from the fitness experts. I know what you're focused on. But I'm just telling you, they'll fitness experts, they'll kind of just say, oh, it's just an hour a day, right? You hear that, right? It's just an hour a day. And I just want you to consider, is it just an hour a day? Think about it. I mean, all the thoughts when you're coming back to YouTube videos, You're checking the diet. You're going through the angst. You're feeling good. You're feeling bad. You're going through an all-consuming journey. I know it's awesome, right? Is it just an hour a day? I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that if you want more out of life. Like I said, the relationships, business, you want to start your own business, you want to get a promotion, you want to solve your financial challenges or take that over the top. You want to have the most ultimate relationships that you see, and you just can't crack the code, right? We only have so much of this willpower, focus, and we all know we only have so much time. You got to think about where it's going. And I'm the living, breathing example because I've left it all on the floor, and then 14 years retired, I kind of had to balance that off, and I want to come to you, and I want to give you the most effective, efficient ways to have that body. I want to believe I have that body at 55 years old, but I have so much more on top of that than when I was a competitor. Yeah, I did. I competed. Now, again, if you want to be a competitor like me, and that's everything like it was to me, then that might be a different strategy. But most of the men I talked to Joe yesterday. It was great talking to Joe. Joe's been following me for 20 years now, all my journals and everything like that. And he's 50 years old, great shape, loves fitness. And we were talking about that. What's it really take at this age to have a great body and to save some left to unravel all the other challenges that you have in your life. So that's a unique blend that I'm going to give to you. But I just want to promise you this. I want you to assure you of this. I am not going to have you, I'm not going to have you, I know you want that body. I know you love the lifestyle. I know it's your gym therapy just like it is mine. I'm not going to have you lessen and rob yourself of the passion. I'm not going to have you rob yourself of the gains and that excitement. Life is about being happy. Life is about the journey. And I'm never going to have you take away from what you want. I just want to help you add to it. And I am sure that I can add a unique perspective. So that's a little bit about me. I think why this journey coming through me is going to be a little bit different because of my experiences, my evolution. It's a little bit different than what you see on the YouTube channel. So again, not just my competitive bodybuilding career, it's stacked on that personal development. So, so today I want to talk about motivation, right? We all could use a little bit more motivation. I'm the same way too. Believe it or not, whatever you see, I have a lot of guys saying some complimentary things to me like, man, that guy comes to, how does he do it? How does he stay motivated? How does he see it? He doesn't have 10 million views like this other guy, right? But he keeps on going. Is his dreams going to come true? Well, you know what? I'm just like you. Sometimes I don't know if my dream's going to come true. Sometimes I'm not motivated either, right? And so I want to give you some tips that may be helpful that I used with my mind, and that's to stay motivated, to get motivated when you're not motivated. And this could help you, again, inside the gym, outside the gym, whatever you want most. And that's what I say, creating as many ways to win as humanly possible. And that's what I mean. So this gym therapy, you're the first person I'm talking to today on this Sunday morning. It's 5:21 on this Sunday morning. I want to kind of just tell you in story form. You're the first person I'm talking to. This gym therapy, just to let you know, it's not designed to turn on a video and go, here's the point today. Here's 5 quick points for you to do this, right? It's a steady stream of thoughts. This is a relationship that we're building. It's you and I. I'm creating this unique relationship where we just get to know each other. 10, 20 minutes a day, right? Little by little, you get to know about inside my mind. On my Facebook page, there was a woman, and she gave me some feedback. She goes, what do you love most about my videos? And she goes, it's the little stories that I pick up about you. That you kind of just go off, you're talking about something, and you give a little story analogy about your life. It's those little things that I pick up that really help me understand the bigger picture of why you do the things you do and how I can use that. So that's what this is. It's just a steady stream of thoughts I know some guys and they say, hey, Skip, I love this, but I love the training and the gym and how you do all that. And I'll tell you, I can do that too. It doesn't have to be one or the other. Sometimes I wonder, is like, like when I'm training, right? It's like, how much training do you need to see, right? Isn't the mindset? A set's a set, a rep's a rep, exercise is exercise, right? I think it's the mindset, the type of things. It's the intangible things that you can pick up from people training besides the exercise. Because you know how to do the exercise. You need to be motivated to do the exercise, to show up and to push yourself, to get even more out of it, right? So think about that. This is not designed to be, all right, I'm going to be in here, in and out. Here's the topic of today. Boom, 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 boom. This is how you train. This is something in addition to everything that you get on the journey with me. All right, guys. So I just want to tell you, that's what gym therapy is about. It's not to replace training in the gym and technique and those type of things. Got a lot of ways to do it. This is just you and me going through the journey of life, right? So I'd like to give you real life, real thinking, what I'm really going through, right? So, as you can see, like here we are in gym therapy number 10. I think that this is the 10th episode of this idea that I just had, the 10th broadcast, the 10th episode in the last 11 days. So I did take one day off, I believe, right? And it just is a thought in my mind that I thought could be useful to you, right? But you come up with an idea, you don't know if it's going to work just because it's a good idea for you. Now, here's the thing, is you got to test it to see if you guys receive it. You guys are going to tell me if I'm doing a good job. You guys are going to tell me if this is worth my time or if it's worth your time by how much you comment, you suggest, how much you engage, how much I get you to engage. But I don't put the responsibility on you, I put it on myself. Right? How entertaining, what are the clues, is this time slot good? I mean, is the topic good? Can I say it better? Do I have to do more muscle shots to draw you in? Is that what you really want to see? Does the thumbnail have to be a muscle shot? Do you want to see my journey, right? So, see, and here's another thing, is like, so is my journey, is it interesting enough, right? Are the thumbnails going to draw you into even watch it, right? Here's another thing, are the thumbnails, right, lighting is really important, right? When you look at, my body, you look at it in the different lighting, it really makes a difference, right? So this lighting is pretty good. It's all right. See, I need to do my research. I can't just put all the responsibility, those guys suck. They don't know all the value that I have in my mind that I could share with them. They just want to go to these YouTube channels with all this information. They want gossip and those type of things. See, I don't put that responsibility on you if I can't figure things out. There is always a way if you're committed. There is. I really believe that. I mean, the thing about it now is you can't just try. Like, I can't just try. Everything's a test. And it's how committed you are. Right? And I'm going to try to test this out, like right now. You know what I'm doing? If you notice, I'll just tell you this. See, I'm looking for the best gym lighting, and I'll remember that. I'll remember it for later. Because I'm going to have to pull a thumbnail off of here. And I want it to be in the best lighting, right? You know how it is with your body. You go to that right mirror, and then you think, man, I'm looking awesome. And then you go, 5 minutes later, you go to the next mirror, and you think, I suck, right? Anyway. So, I got up this morning, I'm thinking, I'm not going to do a broadcast. I'll just skip a few days. I'll make them, there's a way of marketing that you mix it up, right? You don't just become predictable. because you make things predictable, it's boring to people, right? So, you know, and I study all these things in marketing, right? And so there's that train of thought. And then there's the train of thought where, you know what? You've got to be a consistent pattern, right? So all these things go in my head because I don't just want to do something, and you know what this is like. This isn't about me. I'm just trying to give you my thoughts because you're going for your goals, whether it's in the gym, outside of the gym, and you go through all this thought process too. I just want to share with you, I go through the same thing too. And then you think, well, because you don't just want to work hard just to work hard. You want to work hard, but you always want to measure if you're getting results or not. Right, and that's what I'm doing throughout this entire process too. Like for example, I usually do a Facebook Live right after this. I'm not going to do a Facebook Live. I probably have done a Facebook Live after this at least 12 of the last 14 days. Right, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to do one like later on in the afternoon, try a different time thing. You always got to mix it up, but the same thing too is that you have to. You have to have a baseline of consistency to even know. You can't just be all scrambled. So that's how it is with all our goals, right? And so, the message I just want to give you is that to stay motivated, because you're not going to, there's one thing I say is that, you got to imagine whatever you're working toward, it all working out just the way you want it. You got to think big. You can't hold back with emotion. Well, probably won't work out. Let me hold back on the emotion just in case it doesn't work out. You can't do that because that's not going to motivate you to work hard or get up early in the morning, 10 days out of 11 to try something new that you have no idea if it's not going to work. If you kind of temper the emotion. Right, but at the same time, you got to realize as you go through life, and you probably already know this, is that I always say things, they're 10 times harder to get to the other side than you kind of imagine. They're going to take about 10 times longer, and then the impact will be about 1/10, right? 10 times harder, 1/10 the immediate gratification, 10 times more expensive, right? You got to be prepared for that, and that's okay. That's normal. That's how your journeys work. But what I do to get myself going, and this is what I did today, is I just try to visualize, okay, all the ways that I can win and all the ways that I might possibly lose if I don't get up. Because I literally just got here. I was thinking about you guys, all right? I said I was going to do this. Am I going to do it today? I was probably at my house just at 10 minutes to 5. And so this is what I did. So I thought, well, I've got a special offer for them. Let me try that to get them interested. And I think I'm going to launch that tomorrow. So stay tuned tomorrow, right? I'm going to think about that way to get you guys engaged, get you guys excited about this Gym Therapy Live, right? And so I thought, let me test that, all right? And then what happened? I saw an email, and I just see that I had a gentleman, and he invested in the MANformation program to get a free 90-minute phone consultation. So last night when I was sleeping, I don't know what part of the world he was from, and I saw that come through, and I said, wow, that's awesome. There's a smart guy. And by the way, what it is, if you invest in the MANformation program, the mindset and actions of a powerful alpha male leader, it's a 11-hour audio seminar course with videos and workbooks. All this, to become your best outside of the gym, confidence, leadership, setting goals, lifestyle, setting frames of a relationship. That's what the MANformation program is about. I'm going to put the link down below. And so what I have a special going is that when you invest in it, and it's really low price, I'll put the link down below for this 11-hour audio seminar course, right? If you like this, big thinking outside of the gym, it can help you inside of the gym too. If you want to have better relationships and create more options for yourself in life, that's what this MANformation program is all about. Again, to be your best outside of the gym too. Then you have a 90-minute goal setting session with me where I actually talk to you on the phone and I record the call and I take you through a process that gets you thinking big, right? Setting goals, getting you connected to why these goals are important to you. I won't let you go. I'll keep on pounding you until you get really clear. You don't hold back to what you really want, right? And then the emotional connection, why that's so important to you. I coach you, I guide you to get really clear, get bold, creative of what you want. And we identify some of the obstacles that stand in your way, right? When you are done with this 90-minute call, you'll be ready to take action. You'll be clear on what it is you want. And so I'm not just a guy who, there's so much information, there's so much YouTube out there, videos. I want to give you, if you want a step-by-step plan to improve your life, I want to give you what you need so you study. If you want it badly enough, you'll take the time to do it, right? But I want to do more than that. I want to use all my 33 years in personal development, help you unlock the power of your mind so you can actually use all this information and use it to the fullest and take it to higher and higher levels, right? So in addition to the course, I do this 90-minute goal setting session, right? And so, I'm thinking, why doesn't everybody take advantage of this? See, I don't get it personally, right? But that's why I'm on this end of the camera. That's why I have the 6 national championships. That's why I created this program, and in addition to maybe having a few years on you. But I know some of you guys need some bro to bro. We're bros, right? Maybe you're about my same age. And I can just share through this gym therapy, this is the way that I think. Maybe it's the way you thought and you just needed some validation to go that way. Maybe you're a younger guy. Maybe you don't have a father figure or a big brother. And that's what this gym therapy, bit by bit, just help you, get clues on the way I think. If you admired what I've done and you want some more of it. Let me just check something. Yeah, I just want to, because this was kind of cool, because, the message for today, I want to give you some clues what to do when you're not motivated, because I wasn't motivated. And again, this is what gym therapy is all about. It's just about a steady stream of thoughts. Just waking up in the morning, you're the first person I talk to in this empty gym. Let's see. I wanted to, excuse me here just for a minute, but I think his name was Zachary, right? Zachary gave me some inspiration this morning that maybe I'm chipping away, maybe I am making an impact. Okay, yeah, that was Zach. Awesome, Zach. Zach invested in the MANformation course, the Mindset and Actions of a Powerful Alpha Male Leader. Like I said, very low price. You get that 11-hour audio seminar course, workbooks, videos. And so I'm going to call Zach today. And when someone takes action like that, I'm going to bust my rear end to get them that goal setting session. So anyway, let's get down to it, and I'm going to sign off here, right? So what I do when I'm not motivated is, in my mind, I find a million different ways to win. So it was getting closer to 5 o'clock. I was debating, am I going to, do another broadcast or not? And so I started thinking of all the ways. Well, let me keep the momentum going for these guys. All right, 9 out of 10 days, that's not enough to set up a baseline. And then I convinced myself, well, what's it take, Skip? You can get just turn on a camera, talk to it, keep with the simple process. It isn't like I've set up all the cameras and all the lights. It's simple. Just go in there, right? Stay consistent with this hotel and this gym, because they got to unlock this for me. They got to anticipate it for me. They got to turn off the music. By the way, I would have started right at 5 o'clock, but they didn't turn on the music. But that tells me I got to stay consistent if this is going to be a win-win situation. I don't want to make it things complicated for them. I thought about that. I thought about testing something that I'll probably test for you tomorrow, a great way for you to win. And I know my YouTube guys are the most committed, right? Then I thought about, you know what? I'm going to, right when I'm done with that camera, I'm going to get the best leg workout, right, done. And, you know, I got a lot of things planned, and me being in shape and me getting in better shape, I started visualizing all the things that I had planned. And, you know, I'll talk more about that. But the bottom line of whatever you can get from today's is that if you're not motivated and you're beating yourself up and you're saying, you know, why can't I do this? There's something wrong with me. There's not something wrong with you. And I just want to tell you, I'm the same way too, right? But my thing is, in my head, I'm prepared for those times because I'm just visualizing as many ways to win if I follow through as possible. I just use my creative mind to think how it'll pay out. One grain of sand. Sometimes all these movements, I use the expression, is that it's like a scale, and then you got all this sand, and you move one grain of sand at a time across the scale, and then boom, it'll tip. And it isn't because that one grain of sand, one was heavier or bigger than the others, and then it tipped the scale. No, it's the same weight as all the grains of sand that are on the other side. It's just that collectively, all these small actions tip the scale. And I'll tell you, that's something I think about. That metaphor, that analogy is what I think about all the time when you got to take this continual series of steps, actions. You don't think they're paying off, right? Why am I doing this, right? I just think about, you know, getting to the other side is just one grain of sand at a time. And if you've already mastered your bodybuilding and training, you know that. And that's what you, when you have friends that say, wow, you're so disciplined, I can't get into this training, I can't lose this weight. And they're looking for some really quick solutions. And so you just tell them, you know, it's just one workout. You gotta love it. It's just one meal, stacked on another meal, stacked on another meal, right? So again, use that same mindset because that's what makes you successful in your bodybuilding, training, your workout efforts, right? So without knowing it, you use that one grain of sand, moved across the scale mentality, right? It's the same thing when it comes to the rest of your life too, right? So visualize as many ways to win as possible and realize that all these small actions will eventually tip the scale. That's the mindset that you need to have to keep you going when you're not motivated. All right, guys, have a great day. Have an outstanding day. Have an awesome day. Think big and think bigger than getting bigger.